Sandra Hughes, a 54-year-old woman, decided to make a significant change in her life. Up until then, her life hadn't gone as she had hoped. After 2 divorces and a career in accounting, despite her passion for the outdoors and wilderness survival, Sandra found herself longing for more. She had spent most of her adult life moving around, never really settling down or finding a place she could call home. In June of 2020, amid the quiet pause of the world due to quarantine restrictions, Sandra saw an opportunity to reconnect with her love for nature. She sold her place in Maui, Hawaii, and moved to Madera County, California, located between Yosemite National Park and the Sierra National Forest. Sandra planned an extended solo camping trip into the Sierra National Forest, aiming to find happiness and fulfillment while adhering to quarantine guidelines. This decision marked the beginning of a mystery that would captivate many. Sandra Hughes found herself at a crossroads in life, leading up to her mysterious disappearance. Her history was marked by a nomadic existence, characterized by a series of moves from one place to another across the vast landscapes of the United States. This constant motion reflected a search for something more, a pursuit that seemed to elude her in her settled life. Professionally, Sandra had built a career in accounting, a field that demanded precision and analytical skills. However, beneath the surface of numbers and financial statements, there was another side to her, a profound connection to the wilderness. Sandra was not only an accountant, she was also a skilled survivalist. Her college years had been spent not just poring over textbooks on accounting, but also engaging deeply with wilderness survival courses. This education wasn't just academic, it was a passion deeply ingrained in her being. Sandra's personal life, however, bore the marks of its own trials and tribulations. She had entered into 2 marriages, hoping perhaps to build a life together with someone who shared her dreams and aspirations. Unfortunately, both marriages ended in divorce, leaving her to navigate the complexities of life's journeys alone. Moreover, the absence of children in her life added another layer of solitude to her existence. Yet, despite these personal setbacks, Sandra's spirit remained unbroken. Her passion for the outdoors, an unwavering love for the raw beauty and untamed wilderness, continued to be a source of joy and solace. This combination of her professional expertise, her survival skills, and her deep-seated love for nature painted a picture of a woman who, despite the unpredictabilities and the disappointments that life had thrown her way, was determined to carve out moments of fulfillment and happiness. It was this indomitable spirit that led her to make the significant decision to embark on a solo camping trip into the Sierra National Forest, a decision that marked the beginning of a mysterious chapter in her life. Sandra Hughes' journey into the unknown began in June of 2020, when she made a bold move to embrace nature in a way she hadn't before. She had just settled into her new life in Madera County, California, a place chosen for its close proximity to the breathtaking landscapes of Yosemite National Park and the Sierra National Forest. Inspired by the world slowing down due to quarantine, Sandra saw a perfect chance to reconnect with her outdoor roots. Her last communication with her family was filled with excitement and a hint of adventure. Sandra shared her plans for an extended solo camping trip into the Sierra National Forest. She was drawn to the beauty and solitude of Johnson Meadows, a spot known for its stunning green expanses framed by thick forests and towering snow-capped mountains. This would be her retreat, a place to find peace and solace in the wilderness that she so dearly loved. The decision to venture into the national forest alone was met with support from her family, who understood Sandra's need to be one with nature. Despite the inherent risks of solo camping, Sandra's skills in wilderness survival reassured her loved ones that she was well prepared for the journey ahead. Little did they know this would be the last time they would hear from her, as Sandra set off into the forest, eagerly anticipating the tranquility and fulfillment that awaited her in Johnson Meadows. On July 2nd, a group of hikers stumbled upon a campsite that caught their attention for all the wrong reasons. It was Sandra Hughes' campsite, but it didn't look like any ordinary site left by a camper temporarily away. Instead, it was abandoned and in complete disarray, as if a storm had passed through, scattering gear and personal items everywhere. The tent was torn apart, and the belongings were strewn about, indicating a sudden and chaotic departure. The hikers, concerned by the state of the campsite and the possibility that its occupant might be in danger, decided to take action. They meticulously marked the location on their map, ensuring they could direct others back to this exact spot. Once they had cell service, they immediately contacted the Madera County Sheriff's Office to report what they had found. The Sheriff's Office dispatched officers to Johnson Meadows to investigate the campsite. Upon arrival, they confirmed the hikers' findings. The site was indeed abandoned, and the destruction suggested a distressing event had occurred. Among the scattered items, they found identification belonging to Sandra Hughes, confirming her as the campsite's occupant and raising urgent concerns for her safety and whereabouts. An extensive search operation was launched to find her. Law enforcement, alongside a group of volunteers, combed through the vast expanse of the Sierra National Forest. They covered ground on foot, utilized sniffer dogs, and even deployed helicopters to broaden the search area. Despite their efforts, Sandra remained elusive, with no clear signs pointing to her whereabouts. However, during this tense time, there were reported sightings of Sandra that added layers of mystery to her disappearance. Witnesses described seeing a woman matching Sandra's description, distinctive because of her blue hair, appearing out of place and disoriented in the wilderness. In one sighting, she was described as barefoot, wearing a black shirt and blue jeans, with a noticeable bruise on her face. This description matched Sandra's last known appearance, yet her behavior seemed unusual. She did not signal for help or indicate that she was in distress, leaving witnesses confused and concerned. Adding to the complexity of the search was the discovery of Sandra's vehicle in a ravine several miles from where her campsite had been found. The car appeared to have crashed, rolling down an embankment off a winding forest road. There was no blood found inside the vehicle, which left questions about whether Sandra had been injured in the accident. Like her campsite, personal items were scattered all around the vehicle, suggesting someone had rummaged through it after the crash. This discovery deepened the mystery, raising more questions about the events leading up to and following Sandra's disappearance. The unexpected discovery of Sandra's sleeping bag near the remote Spotted Lake in Yosemite National Park added another layer to her already mysterious disappearance. Found a considerable distance from both her destroyed campsite and where her vehicle had met its unfortunate end in a ravine, the sleeping bag's location was a crucial clue that seemed to defy simple explanation. Positioned in a part of the park known for its rugged beauty and challenging terrain, the sleeping bag appeared as though it had been used recently, suggesting that Sandra had made it at least this far in her unexplained journey. This sequence of discoveries, starting from her initial campsite in the Sierra National Forest to her car in the ravine and now the sleeping bag near Spotted Lake, drew a puzzling line across the map. Each point seemed to suggest a deliberate, albeit perplexing, northward trajectory through some of the most unforgiving wilderness areas in California. The questions this path raised were intriguing. Was Sandra intentionally moving north? And if so, why? How had she managed to traverse such difficult landscapes, seemingly without the bulk of her gear, and, as some sightings suggested, in a barefoot and disheveled state? Moreover, this linear path of locations connected with Sandra's disappearance did little to clarify her motivations or the circumstances that led her deeper into the wilderness. Instead, it only deepened the mystery, weaving a complex series of events that search teams and investigators struggled to unravel. The search efforts, initially focused on finding Sandra, now also had to connect with understanding the rationale behind her movements. Was she seeking something or someone, fleeing from a perceived threat, or simply disoriented and lost? In a twist that reignited interest in Sandra Hughes' puzzling disappearance, two hunters reported a strange encounter that seemed to be directly linked to her case. While driving down a secluded forest road, they noticed a woman who bore a striking resemblance to Sandra. She was positioned away from the road, leaning against a tree in a manner that seemed both deliberate and out of place. The hunters described the woman as having no camping gear or any obvious means of support in the dense forest, a detail that immediately raised questions about her well-being and how she had come to be in such a remote location. The woman's appearance matched descriptions of Sandra. She was wearing overalls and a floral t-shirt, a change from the last reported sighting, but still consistent with her being without her original gear. The sighting added to the growing list of odd occurrences surrounding her disappearance. The woman's presence in the forest, without any belongings, suggested a pattern of erratic behavior or circumstances beyond her control. The hunters attempted to communicate with the woman, hoping to offer her help or at least confirm her identity, but she did not respond to their calls. This lack of interaction, coupled with her unusual location and state of being, mirrored the chaotic and unexplained scenes left behind at Sandra's last known sites. Despite the hunters' attempts to unravel the situation, the woman's identity and circumstances remained unclear, further complicating this already mystifying case. In another chilling development, the Gorba family shared a haunting experience that added a perplexing layer to the mystery of Sandra Hughes. While on a drive in the Sierra National Forest, their 3-year-old son, Caden, began speaking to someone invisible to everyone else. Caden insisted there was a woman outside, needing help. This claim startled his parents, especially when he described the woman as lying face down with her legs up in the air, suggesting a dire situation. Caden's description of the woman was eerily specific. She wore a black shirt, blue jeans, and had blue hair. This matched the previous descriptions of Sandra Hughes, capturing the attention of both the family and later of law enforcement. The detail about the blue hair in particular was a significant clue linking the child's claim directly to Sandra. The Gorba family, deeply unsettled by Caden's assertions, promptly left the area. They later shared their story, which quickly caught the attention of the authorities. Law enforcement took Caden's claim seriously, especially given the specificity of his description and its alignment with Sandra's last known appearance. This led to a renewed interest in the area described by Caden, as officials and the family grappled with the eerie possibility that the young boy might have seen Sandra, or at least an apparition of her, when no one else could. The disappearance of Sandra Hughes remains an unsolved puzzle, weaving together a series of strange events and sightings into a mystery that has yet to be unraveled. Despite extensive search efforts and the peculiar details brought forth by witnesses and even the child, Sandra's fate and whereabouts remain unknown. Her journey, which began as a quest for solitude and connection with nature, has turned into a haunting tale of disappearance and intrigue. We encourage anyone with information, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, to come forward and contact the Madera County Sheriff's Office. Your piece of the puzzle could be the key to uncovering the truth about what happened to Sandra Hughes. This story is a reminder of the profound mysteries that lie in the heart of the wilderness, challenging our understanding and often leaving more questions than answers. The search for Sandra continues, not just as a quest for one woman, but as a pursuit of truth in the face of the unknown. As we reflect on her story, we are reminded of the complexity and unpredictability of life and the enduring nature of mysteries that compel us to keep searching, keep questioning, and never give up hope. Thank you all for watching this video and diving into the mysterious case of Sandra Hughes. If you found this story as intriguing as I did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to us and helps us keep bringing these stories to light. We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories on what might have happened to Sandra, so please leave your comments below. And if you really enjoy our free content and want to support our channel further, consider leaving a super comment for any amount. It's a great way to show your appreciation and helps me continue my work on more mysterious content. Again, thank you for being part of this community and for your support. Until next time, keep questioning and keep seeking the truth.